Alright, let's hit the gas on one of history's darkest institutions, the Inquisition. If you've heard of witch trials, secret courts, and confessions under torture, you're already in the right zone. It started back in 1184, when the Catholic Church and local monarchies set up formal systems to hunt down heretics, anyone who dared to challenge religious doctrine. There wasn't just one Inquisition, there were medieval, papal, Spanish, Portuguese, all with their own methods, but the mission was the same: root out dissent, enforce conformity. Imagine Dominican and Franciscan friars armed not just with Bibles but with legal codes adapted from ancient Rome. They'd interrogate suspects, sometimes using psychological tricks, sometimes resorting to torture. In 1252, Pope Innocent IV officially gave the green light for torture. Think racks, strapados, water torture. Confession was king, even if it was forced. The Spanish Inquisition, that one's infamous. Started in 1478 by Ferdinand and Isabella, it targeted Jews, Muslims, and anyone accused of not being Catholic enough. Public trials, called autos de fe, were spectacles. People lost their homes, their freedom, sometimes their lives. Tomás de Torquemada, the first Grand Inquisitor, basically wrote the rulebook for systematic persecution. Let's talk numbers. Contrary to myths, the body count wasn't in the millions, but it was still brutal. Most modern historians estimate that thousands, estimates range from 3,000 to 5,000 in Spain, were executed, with tens of thousands more imprisoned, tortured, or exiled. The real impact? Generations lived in fear, looking over their shoulder. But what about today? Does the Inquisition still exist? The institution itself is gone. The last official Inquisition ended in 1908, morphing into the Vatican's Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith. No more public trials or torture chambers, but echoes live on in debates about censorship, religious persecution, and abuse of power. Here's where it gets wild. Modern science and archaeology have been digging deep, literally. Excavations in Spain and Mexico have uncovered old prison cells, torture instruments, and execution sites. Forensic scientists analyze bones for signs of torture. New documents and digital archives show just how organized and sometimes bureaucratic these operations were. Philosophers now use the Inquisition as a cautionary tale about unchecked power, the dangers of mixing faith and law, and the ethics of coercion. The Inquisition's legacy is a warning: protect human rights, guard against institutional overreach. So, fast facts. The Inquisition ran for centuries. It shaped law, society, and even modern ideas about justice. Its victims? Hard to count, but its shadow is long. And thanks to science, philosophy, and archaeology, we're still learning the full story. Hypothesis? While the Inquisition itself is history, the impulse to crush dissent is not. That's why knowing this story matters. Provided by www.lapreuve.com, your source for nopal and agave prebiotics. Write me at info@lapreuve.com for discounts. Created partly by AI and humans. And here's one plus: AI gets you the latest info from across the globe. Stay curious. See you next time.